Hello and welcome to another EnsoVN gaming video, and we're going to jump straight into the Neo SABO raids. I didn't actually get to do any of them last time they were around because I didn't have any good Cerebral shooter or fighter teams, and now I can do all of them pretty easily. So the first one I'm going to show now is the Cerebral version. This one's probably the most annoying for me because my Sicilian doesn't have any skill ups, which actually means I don't use it at all. Well, I do use it, but like it's too late at that point. Like I've already stalled out to the point where I don't even need to use it. But if you have a maxed out Sicilian or at least a couple skill ups on him, this is a lot faster and safer. I'm trying here to stall as much as I can to get his special ready for stage 4, but I don't actually achieve that. So this is actually a lot of wasted time. Like I could probably shave off like a minute and a half if my Sicilian had some skill ups, but he doesn't, so this is going to take a while. So I'm going to talk about the character instead. It's pretty much the exact same character, Neo SABO, as the regular raid. The only difference is he's Psy. I think he has the same amount of slots, and I think his special is on like a lower CD by like 1. Plus you only need 9 skill ups from 0 skill ups to max him out, which is obviously really nice. Plus this time around you only get 3 days to farm him. Plus I'm assuming he's going to be a rated up unit, or someone that gives you more treasure map points in the upcoming treasure map that is coming next week. So you should at least get 1 copy if you can't max them out. There's also the 30 and 40 stam if you can't beat the 60 stams. Obviously the drop rates are quite low, but you know, I think he's either going to give a 10% or 20% boost to the amount of treasure points you get, so it's worth it to get at least 1 copy. This is taking forever. What is nice is the Ivankov that I have on this team is it changes badly matching and bother orbs to matching, which is pretty much made for this raid. And since he's like the raid up unit, his CD is lowered, but it's already 15, so it wasn't that bad to begin with. It's mostly just Sicilian holding it up. I'm actually going to use V2 Doffy on this raid because on the final stage, if you use the orb boosting special, he removes it and then randomizes your orbs. So I get to use one of my V2 laws on stage 4, sorry, and then extend it through Doflamingo, so it doesn't actually count as being activated on stage 5, which allows me to just burst him in 1 turn. If you want, you can just use Invasion Shanks instead of V2 law if you don't have V2 law. Should be able to do enough damage, plus he's int, so he gets the affinity bonus. So that's like a more free to play version, even though it's almost free to play actually. It just you need someone to get rid of badly matching orbs. Here I use one of my V2 laws just to do some damage because, as I said, my Sicilian was not ready by 1 turn, which is super annoying. And then law will do tiny amount of damage because I've boosted my orbs and I have so many badly matching orbs that I do like, so the badliness is like magnified, so I do even less damage. Here the Gravity Knuckles cut your HP and do some attacks, and I nearly die. So yeah, make sure if you're using this team that your Sicilian is ready for this stage. Here I just use it anyway, but I should have maybe saved it for next turn, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Now that I have matching orbs, I can just quickly kill this. I hit a great there, which was terrible, but should be all fine because he also delays, which is really nice. If you don't have V2 Doflamingo, you can use just like kill him over multiple turns rather than just bursting him over 1 turn, but this is like a lot easier because he does hit for quite a lot of damage, so you don't want to stall too long on SABO himself, but he can be delayed, so you can have some leeway there. Just remember you can't use any orb boosting specials. Now on to finally SABO himself. It took 4 minutes. As I said, he will change all your orbs into bother or badly matching, also halves your chain multiplier, and I think that's pretty much it for this Cerebral version. Obviously here I finally use Ivankov, then I use Momonga for the 1.75 times attack boost for Cerebral characters, and just attack. Obviously make sure you last hit with Doflamingo and Sicilian so that you actually do the most damage possible. It's gonna be, it's not that close. 3.6 million damage, 400,000 extra. Now onto the shooter team. This is probably my best team to fight against him. V2 Bow is really nice for stage 4 and stage 5. So you can use friend Ace, or if you have Ace yourself, you can use a friend Boa. But double Boa probably is the easiest and fastest way to beat this. Hody Jones is pretty much just there to give you high attack because he's my highest attack int shooter. You can use Zephyr instead. You can also use Zephyr instead of Ace, and in fact you might do more damage. Or, no, probably not more damage because the times 2 attack boost is probably a lot more than the 1.75 times. But
Zephyr is fine if you don't have Stronghold Ace. And Kizaru, you can just use the Raid Kizaru. You can also use, if you're using Ace as the captain, you can use Raid Boa instead of Kizaru. Probably actually is nicer. But since I'm using Legend Boa, obviously I can't use Raid Boa. And Van Ogre is for the Orb boost. You can obviously replace him with Margaret and probably even Stronghold Frankie. And I think there's the Fortnite Margaret as well is also an Orb booster. Like, I think most Orb boosters should be fine. Though obviously that's like the main problem with shooters is that there's not that many great ones. Yeah, I'm just stalling out. All you have to make sure is that one of your bows is up by stage 4. Obviously mine isn't maxed out. Mine only has 1 skill up, but thankfully I had a couple friends that have slightly lower CDs. It's not too big of a deal. Just stall out until, obviously it's 2 turns away because there's a preemptive on stage 4. And then you can use your boa and then it's pretty easy. On to stage 4, which is actually probably the hardest stage of all the raids. Like, if you can get past stage 4, SABO isn't too difficult. Yeah, actually, my boa actually isn't ready. Whoops. Alright, apparently then I just wait 1 more turn. I forgot that this is one of the runs where I messed it up. So just make sure that your boa, or one of your boas is ready for this stage. It's not too big of a deal actually, it's fine. So I use boa, it does like a couple thousand damage in specials. And then it also changes all your orbs to count as matching, which means you do a lot more damage. And you should be able to kill at least, yeah, that's fine. Kill everything, even if they hit you, you probably can't, you'll be fine anyway, so. And then you kill this one. Oh, I stalled out. This is another mistake, where like, obviously Boa here is on a 3-turn CD for the next stage, but she would be on 1 CD once I get to SABO if I went that turn. And then Kizaru would have lowered my special by 1 turn, so actually I could have just killed him that turn anyway. So that's another mistake. And I don't kill him this day. Oh wow, this is just actually a horrible run. And I still end up killing him in like 3:30, so yeah, I could have shaved off like at least 40 seconds. So yeah, this team probably can beat it in like 3 minutes if you had like the skill ups and stuff. Now to SABO, and I'm just going to bust him now. He has a 10 hit barrier, which is obviously Boa is really nice because her special does 6 hits of damage. Hody Jones, you just use it for fun, I guess. He's not even going to attack this turn, so I could have saved it if like I somehow didn't kill him this turn to tank a hit since it does 90% damage reduction. But that was kind of unnecessary. So just hit with all your attacks and make sure you hit with Hody Jones last, and he's dead. So this one's probably the easiest one for me since I have V2 Boa, and onto the fighter version, which is probably the second easiest. The annoying thing is that when the fight starts, they halve your HP and give you a 1.2 times attack boost and a 1.3 times orb boost, which means you can't use an attacking or boosting special, which obviously, if you think about it, is really hard to kill a guy with like 3.5 million HP when you can't use an attack and orb boost. I mean, you have one, but like it's just so weak that normally that's not enough. Which is why you use pretty much anything that does any other type of damage. Which for me really is just Kizaru and Donjinjan for a HP cut. Gear 4 as a ×2 attack booster is usually actually still quite a lot of damage anyway. And SABO actually I'm going to use on stage 4. I know it's weird to use like regular SABO to beat Neo SABO, but you know. If you don't have Neo SABO, I mean regular SABO, stage 4 can be quite difficult. And I actually can't think of many ways that you can actually beat it because you do such little damage. You can actually, I guess, like just tank it, but like that's actually quite hard as well. So up here I'm just going to keep stalling until SABO is ready for stage 4. He will be used to kill pretty much everything, and then also use Rayleigh on stage 4 to just stall and give you a little bit more time. It's not completely necessary, you can just replace him with another fighter that's the whole point he's on the team, is to do heavy damage to SABO since he's Sai. But the delay is really nice, just to make sure that you don't die on stage 4. You can actually activate Gear 4s on stage 4, but you have to use it on the turn you obviously leave the stage, because that means you only have 1 turn to burst SABO with it, which is more than enough. But like, just make sure if you activate Gear 4 on stage 4, you don't take too long on that stage. You have to kill him like on the turn you use it. And now my SABO is ready. Kill this other turtle. And we're on to stage 4, the most annoying stage, and one like probably top 5 annoying like stages in any raid. Gives you all badly matching orbs, and as you can imagine, since you have an orb boost up, that means you do even less damage. Now you use the SABO special with the raid special. I do
Alright, I don't do this normally, but I normally attack with the perfect barrier guy first, because then if you manually target him, the next target is the one without the barrier. So you can do you can kill it 2 in one turn if you get some TND or meat orbs, because they don't get randomized into badly matching orbs. So that's probably the better way, to kill the perfect one first, and then you'll get to do some residual damage to the middle one. But this way is fine as well. Sometimes the penguin will have lower or higher CDs, which can be annoying, but most of the time, even if it's just 2, you probably will be able to kill it in time. And now he is dead. Now on to the next stage. If you get some quick orbs, like if you get too many, and too many I mean like 5 or something, then you can just pass turn, because he hits for about 7,000, you won't die on the first turn. And you can even use Gear 4 Special and hit him over a couple turns, because you won't, obviously you have so much damage reduction. And with both Gear 4s up and Don Jinjiao, you can take even the 30% hit. When he's below 30%, he hits for 340,000 damage. That's reduced to like 17,000, so you can actually tank that hit if you have enough HP. But thankfully, I can just burst him here with my Rayleigh. Finally get some use. So yeah, that's all 3 versions of Neo SABO. It's pretty difficult, but his main raid is pretty difficult anyway, so it is actually going to be quite hard for a lot of people to beat it. But hopefully this helped you a little bit in finding some teams. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Join the Discord if you like. If you're feeling generous, you can donate to the PayPal. Post any other teams you have in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. My Nakama.